says Matthew chapter 16, verse 4. It says, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given it but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great ministry that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. Alright. Now the reason for reading this is because the Lord called this an adulterous generation. Alright. And partly because the world set off in adultery. Alright, worshiping other gods. Alright, and not worshiping the Most High. And also because that was spiritually and also carnally, the men and women, they committing adultery. Alright, men with having sex with other men's wives, women breaking wedlock. And the thing is that people think that the only time you commit adultery is when you have a ring on your finger and you go with another man. Alright, that is not adultery. Alright? It's not adultery when a man have a ring on his finger and go have sex with another woman. Because a man could have more than one wives. Alright? And you being married is not determined by having a ring on your finger. Alright? From the time you have sex with a woman, that woman is already your wife. So from the time you have sex with a woman and she becomes your wife and she goes to another man, she commits adultery against you. Alright? In the world they say sex before marriage is fornication, but guess what? It's not fornication. I have no such thing as sex before marriage. Alright? So the whole world set in adulteries. Alright? Adultery against the Most High, adultery against each other. And part of the reason why, all this going on is because of our sins. The things that we did, the sins fall upon us. Alright, this is Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. It says, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth of the Spirit shall reap everlasting life. Alright? So, whatever wickedness you do, the Most High going to return it upon your own head. So, if you do good, then you're going to receive good. Alright? But the reason that, we in this adulterous world is because we, in our past lives, we committed adultery. So, we just receiving our just reward for what we did. Alright? This is the book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 12. It says, my people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declare it unto them. For the spirit of whoredoms had caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God. They sacrifice upon the tops of mountains and burn incense unto hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because of the shadow of thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. So the Lord is saying, because you commit adultery against me, I will put the spirit on your wives and your children to commit adultery against you. Alright? So the reason why you might have a wife that commit adultery against you is because that is what you did in your past life to the Most High. Alright? Verse 14, it says, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for they themselves are separate with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore Yahweh Hashem Yahushai doth not therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. Alright, so the people that don't understand, they're gonna fall. Because why they commit adultery against the Most High, and the Most High gonna cause your adulteries to come back upon you. Hence the reason why, and it happened to all of us. With a wife, and then, secretly the wife was cheating, having sex with another man, committing adultery against us. Guess what? That's the same thing that we did to the Most High. So now we understanding how the Most High felt when we committed adultery. Alright? The scripture said jealousy is the rage of a man. And the Mosai is a jealous God. So we understand exactly how the Mosai felt when we committed adultery. That is what the Lord says, an adulterous generation, because the whole world is set in adulteries. It's Amos chapter 7 verse 17. It says, therefore thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy son shall and thy daughter shall fall by the sword, and the land shall be divided by a line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land. Alright? So the Lord's saying that your wives will be harlots. Alright? So because you commit adultery against me, I'm going to cause your wife to commit adultery against you. That is what the Mosai said. And that's exactly what happened. Alright? So it always have a reason for everything. It don't just happen just like that. It have no accidents. Alright? The things that we enduring is the reward or the fruit of our sins. Where we sow, that is where we're going to reap. Alright? So I just wanted to just say that few words real quick. Alright? Hope it was edifying. With that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Ba Shamra Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of great mercy, not rule well. Salutations to the men of the hope and sincere elect. This is Makazah saying Shalom.